Okay, maybe now we're live. Okay, sorry everybody. There we go. Now we're up. Okay, sorry for that. Basically, yeah, I'm kind of freaking out. I messed up a little bit in the beginning, but we're good now. We're good. See, everybody's fine. Everybody's dandy. Everybody's good. Okay. All right. How's everyone doing? All this is gonna get cut out. I was rambling. I didn't know how to start the stream, and now the stream started. I'm sorry I'm late. It's my first stream. But if you're watching this as a video later, you can. I'm gonna put where you need to skip to because I'm gonna be rambling about my life and how's everyone doing and all that. And you don't want to hear that. So I'm rambling to myself right now, and I'm aware of that. But this is for the future. You know, I do that for videos anyways. So it is a little weird. I am gonna bring this down because I do just want the I apologize. I do just want the chat up. I don't need everybody. And again, I know I'm just rambling to myself here, but I do want to make sure I throw the chat up. And I do that by I'm live, so I just want to stream. Okay, I just need the chat. Can I get the chat? Probably not. Again, if my typing is annoying, I apologize. So yesterday I went go-karting with my family, and if you know my family, most of you probably don't, but if you know me, you know my family. We travel in herds. So when we go do something, we're going with everybody. And we stay in close contact with a lot of my family, and yeah, so it's like it's fun. It's great. All the cousins get along. Everybody. It was like a cousins outing. Whatever. You don't want to hear this crap. You want to hear about Philly sports. That's what you want to hear. But I want to just make sure I get everything up and I'm doing this right. So it should just automatically pop up in my chat. So I'm just gonna leave the stream up, and I'll check it every once in a while. Actually, you know what? I'll throw it behind the OBS over here, and then I'll throw this here, and then I'll throw this over here. Okay, we're all good, everybody. See, we're great. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. All right, let's do that there. All right, because I really don't need to see all of this. Okay, should be good. Chat's over there. We're good here. So yeah, what I was saying, I was go-karting. My back messed up. I was chasing my dad. I think I passed him. I might not have. I don't really know. So it was fun. There's an arcade. It's a whole thing. But you're here for Philly sports. And speaking of Philly sports, the Phillies are on currently. And they're playing the White Sox, which is very interesting. And I also want to make sure I throw up the my like X or Twitter or whatever, just in case we get any news on if we trade for everybody. Are we trading for anybody? Maybe not. Oh gosh. Okay, so it says Max Kepler's out, so that's not good. Okay, let's get straight into the video because I have a lot. I want to have like a bunch of stuff to throw up, and we're gonna be talking about everything. So first, we're gonna be talking about the Phillies. Obviously, I mean that's why I throw on my Phillies. And I got a really cool Eagles jacket, like the Princess Diana jacket, like that she wore, the varsity jacket. I got that. It looks sick. You'll definitely see it in a bunch of videos in the future because I love it. But it's hot out, so it's not time for that. But let's go on. So what I'm gonna be talking about is the first two Phillies games I went to this year. I went to Otto Kemp's first game, and you're going to hear the water in the background. And see, like, usually when it's a video, I can cut that out. But now I just can't cut that out. So, yeah. So we went to Otto's first game. I went to all my friends. That was really fun. Everybody was just having a great time. Everybody was being goofy, whatever. We sat up really high. We sat up, like, row or, like, section 412 or 421, something like that. Not bad seats because we were literally like first row, so we were just hanging off the side. But we were, I think that's first baseline. So, like, you can see the whole field, and, like, yeah, you might not be able to see the players. Like, I really enjoy going first baseline down at the bottom, and, like, getting pretty close and, like, spending a decent amount of money. Just because, like, if I'm going to go to a game, I'm just going to spend the money, and I'm going to have a great time and whatever. Like, I don't need to go to a bunch of games. But, like, if I go with my friends, I'll sit up all the way to the top. It doesn't really matter. But we sat up all the way to the top. Game was awesome. That was the game where it was the I think it was the doubleheader. No, that game was the firework game. We'll get to the firework game in a second. But he played great, of course, and of course the moments that he was up to bat, me and my girlfriend, let's go get snacks. Let's go eat something. That was a bad idea because guess what? I think he got a double or a triple. I think he had a triple. And he played great. And I was like, dude, I love Otto Kemp. And you're going to find out, I'm not a big Bohm fan. So, like, Bohm pisses me off. We'll get to Bohm in a second. I'm not going to start like that. But we won the game, thankfully. And Harper was out, and we lost 9 of our last 10. Before the game, my friends wanted to tailgate, and they were like, hey, let's tailgate, and we're gonna sit here, and we're gonna chill. And I was like, okay, yeah. So I was talking to them, and I was like, yeah, we lost 9 of our last 10. And clearly they didn't watch that many games, or they just weren't paying attention the past week that we were having games. We lost 9 of our last 10, and they didn't believe me. We lost 9 of our last 10. That was pretty bad. So I feel like sometimes when we go to the game, we always win, and I think it's because we always get Zach Wheeler. Every single time do I go to a Phillies game, we get Zach Wheeler, and it's great. I love Zach Wheeler. Who doesn't love Zach Wheeler? But he's great. So we won. I believe we won but pretty easily, but it was it was extra innings. So it was extra innings baseball, which is always fun. I've gone extra inning baseball like 3-4 times the past like 5-6 times I've went. It happens a lot more for the Phillies, if you know. But we needed that win, so you're welcome for me going. It was pretty great. But speaking of pretty great, fireworks show. Absolutely beautiful. If you want to see it, here you go. Absolutely beautiful. And so what they did was, the game was like, after the game, we won again, which was great. And they like shot off fireworks throughout the game. Like Marshawn, I think, was going to like slide into home, and he got tagged out, and then they shot off a firework. I was like, okay, if somebody scored, then shoot off a firework. It was like halfway through the game, so I think they shot it off because it was halfway through the game. But like, you didn't need to do that. But yeah, I mean, the game started off slow because it was a doubleheader, so like everybody was tired. It was hot out too. We were right in the center. Again, same section, 412 or 421 or something like that. And it was great. It was really fun, but it was really hot in the beginning. So yeah, but like Kibble, I call him Kibble. His name's Kepler, and I'm a little worried about him if he's hurt. It was like a left leg strain or something like that. But sometimes around the trade deadline, people say, "Oh yeah, they're hurt," and then they end up getting traded and they're not hurt, and it's like, "Oh well, great." So I'm a little worried about Kibble, but if we gave up Kibble, maybe get some really good value out of him. Which is all I'm saying, because as you're going to find out in a few seconds, we need some outfield. And I'm sorry, I know you want to see my beautiful face. Here I'm back. But the fireworks were great. Again, I didn't even talk about the fireworks show. We won the game. It was really sick. But they gave us. You had the phone. There's the MLB app, and you have the light show. There was a light show, and it was really sick. I didn't know it was going to be so it was a light show, it was a drone show, and then it was the fireworks show. Absolutely amazing. I enjoyed the light show a lot. I've never seen a drone show. Wasn't about the drone show. I think the problem is that like they formed into certain players, like certain like moments. It had like Harper, and then I think JT or whatever. But like if the moments were more distinct, like it was Bryson Stott's grand slam, like that would have been great. That would have been absolutely amazing. Like they like had deep right field, like that was sick. But if it was like more like integral moments throughout like the Phillies like past few years, that'd be really cool. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I am complaining, but it was actually really cool. It showed the Philly fanatic. Yeah, but that was really cool. And then there was the fireworks show. This is what I'll say about fireworks. Fireworks are amazing, but you need good music behind them. Because if you just are looking at fireworks, it's like, I've seen fireworks before, but I need a little oomph. And the first 3 songs were great. They had like Born in the USA. What else did they have? They had Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift. All right, sue me. And then they had something else. But I was like, whatever, because then they started playing country music, and I get country music is like very American, very whatever. But like, I need some like oomph. Like when I see fireworks, I want to get hyped. Like I need some rap. I need some or some totally different. I need some Party in the USA. Come on, no Party in the USA, which was kind of crazy. But I mean, overall, it was just a really awesome game. Yeah, it was sick. There's nothing else to really say, but that was sick. Now, tomorrow is the MLB Trade Deadline. So this trade deadline is a little scary because the Phillies, this is what I'll say. Phillies feel like, same thing, different year. Okay? So same thing, different year. And we're going to be like, let's get nobody. Or let's get, this guy who's kind of good. No, we need a big, influential guy. What I was telling myself, I said, we have Schwarber, we have Harper. Trey Turner's always solid, always good. I love Trey Turner. My girlfriend doesn't like Trey Turner for some reason. Sophie does not like Trey Turner. I don't know. But Trey Turner, and then you have like Bohm, and then everybody else can kind of hit. JT, solid, whatever. But you need that impact hitter. You need that impact hitter, and that's what you need. And hopefully, what I want is we need an impact hitter that's either a reliever pitcher, or is a center fielder or outfielder, or it doesn't really matter. I just looked at center fielders when I was looking out for this, and I was looking at teams that probably would trade, are not in contention for winning their division or going to the playoffs or whatever, and maybe some of these teams could go to the playoffs. But yeah, and then so these first 2 that I'm going to go over, and I'm really going to feel bad because I was supposed to look up how to pronounce this guy's name, and I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, so I'm not even going to try. It's Suarez. He's from the Diamondbacks, and I've heard a lot of people be like, we might get Suarez, and he's a third baseman, and it's like, okay, so if we get Suarez, who are you getting rid of? Boom, please, because Bohm has an attitude problem, and the issue is that, like, okay, sure, like, other people freak out when they strike out, whatever, but he throws a whole hissy fit, he throws the bat, he slams down his helmet, and he's looks like he's gonna cry, and like, when you comes playoff time, there's certain people who lock in. Like Harper will get mad when he strikes out, or if it's a bad call or whatever, he'll get mad, but he'll then be like, okay, let's turn this anger into like, we're gonna lock in and we're gonna do better. Bohm just feels like he gives up and he just pouts, and it's like you don't want that on your team, especially come playoff time. So if we get this guy and he can hit, that'd be great. That'd be great, but I don't know if we get him, like, who we're going to move around if we don't trade Bohm. And I'm just saying, I would love to trade Bohm, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. And I don't know if they have any, this is what I said, reliever pitchers. I was like, listen, I don't know enough about baseball to be like, okay, yeah, we're going to get that reliever pitcher. Oh, this team is going to get rid of that reliever pitcher. I don't know. I'm hearing what I hear. And, yeah. But, like, this guy, Suarez, I don't know enough about him. So we're going to say we're probably not going to get him. This is a guy who's having a bit of a down year. And maybe he's just having a down year because he's on a sucky team. Lewis Robert Jr. Lewis Robert Jr. is good. But apparently he's been having a down year. And again, I'm not watching Chicago White Sox baseball. I'm just not doing it. I don't watch all the Phillies games. I watch a lot of the Phillies games. I watched a lot last year. But I watch a lot of Phillies games, and I'm just not watching White Sox baseball. I'm not doing it. I'm not watching any other baseball other than Phillies, and I'll hear about the Mets losing, or I'll hear about the Braves losing, and I'll be like, yeah, that sucks. Or that's great, or whatever. But Luis Robert Jr. is a name that's been connected to the Phillies like the past 2 years. And it's like, okay, we're going to get him? Probably not, but we might. We're hearing again, we might get Luis Robert Jr. Phillies are being aggressive. I hope they're actually being aggressive and we don't get nobody. After this whole Phillies segment, I'm going to look if we got anybody. Probably not, because... Probably not. Just because, of course not. But Luis Robert Jr. is another guy. Now, this is where I was like, okay, so we're going to look at the big slugger hitters. Who do we want? What's happening? Whatever. Next up, we have O'Neal Cruz. Again, I don't know these guys. I don't know if they have any attitude problems. I don't know if they have any... because I'm looking at stats. I'm looking strictly at stats. I don't know the guy whatsoever. He plays for the Pirates, and I mean that's it. But yeah, I mean he's there. He's a cool guy, I guess, and he can hit, and that's all I want. And maybe I don't know how to look at stats good enough to hit, because I'm looking at batting average this year, and I'm looking at slugging percentage. Slugging is like the big thing. We need a slugger. We have Kyle Schwarber. You have Harper. I need one more slugger, and then I'm happy. And I want it to be a center fielder, because we need somebody in the outfield who's going to play at least decent. Because, I mean, Rojas is great, but he just can't hit the ball. My girlfriend also loves Rojas, and we both love Stott. Watch Stott get traded. I'd be really upset. I like Stott. I know he's not the greatest, but he's a good second baseman. He really is. But I mean, yeah. But I want a center fielder that can hit. And then going on, another guy, Julio Rodriguez. He plays for the Mariners. And again, he can hit. And these teams, some of these teams are kind of in contention, but maybe we could get them, maybe not, whatever. But yeah, I would talk about more about this, and maybe later on you guys can leave us a comment when the live stream's over or whatever, and you just let me know if any of these guys are even in the realm of possibility. I mean, we'll find out tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then these are the big two. When I was looking, I was like, who do I want? These are the big two. Let's go for the more realistic one. We got Byron Buxton. I want Byron Buxton. I want him. That is the guy that I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the guy I want. He can freaking hit. He was on the Twins. Look at the guy. And he's probably also a vibe guy. Do you see this? This guy's having a great time over here. But yeah, this guy seems like such a fun guy. And he can hit, and that's what you need. And he's a center fielder. But yeah, I mean, so there's what I've heard is that there's other. There's reliever pitchers that hit that are on the Twins, and it's if you could get this guy or Duran, I believe, go get him. Go get either of them, because that'd be great. I'm just focusing on the center fielders, and maybe there's a left fielder that we get or a right fielder. I mean, you can put them probably anywhere, because I feel outfield is very flexible compared to putting somebody at first and then or put them at shortstop or catcher or pitcher, obviously. But I feel outfield you can kind of flex that, whether or not playing center field or left field or right field or whatever. Byron Buxton, I want him, or one of the reliever pitchers. I think we could do it if we lock in. Come on, Dave, lock in, buddy. And then we got the last one, and his name speaks for himself. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. He loves Philly sports. He loves the Eagles. He's always at the Eagles games. And you're wearing a red hat. You're from Jersey. Just come to the Phillies, man. Stop messing around. Coming to the Phillies. I know he's older. I know he is. But just come to the Philadelphia Phillies, Mike Trout. Please. I've heard this my whole life. Come back. Not even come back. Come to the Phillies, Mike Trout. I know it's not going to happen. Listen. Listen. I know it's not going to happen. I know for a fact it's not going to happen. But what if? That's all I'm saying. All right. Well, let's move off of that. Let's casually look over it. Let's see. Did we get anybody? And you get my reaction if we got anybody. I don't think we got anybody. Okay. I don't think. All right. No Phillies. No Phillies news. Probably not. All right. I had to look, and we'll look at the end of the live stream too. Oh my gosh. Wait, is that just messing around, or did that just happen? Oh my gosh, dude. What did I just say? What did I just say? Who did I just say? And you guys aren't going to be able to read this. Johan? I don't know how to pronounce it. Duran? What did I just say? We get a reliever? Yes! Yeah, that's what it is. This is live. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. All right. I'm having a roller coaster of emotions over here. We got Sean in our chat. Thoughts on the public saying Jalen Hurts is overrated? Oh, well, luckily for you, Sean. Luckily for you, we're getting right into the NFL. But first, Sean, the Phillies got another reliever, which we needed. So that's great. Oh my gosh. All right, from the Twins. What was I just talking about? I was just talking about Mike Trout, but literally 2 minutes ago. Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Maybe it's made up. Maybe I'm overreacting, but that's great. The Phillies got a reliever. That's phenomenal. Let's see. Is Sean still here, or did he bail? No, I think he's here. All right, Sean. All right, let's get over to the NFL then. You're just gonna have to wait for the Hurts. I mean, I know you. This is, if you don't know, this is my friend Sean. He sucks. He's a Seahawks fan, and he has this burning hatred for Jalen Hurts, and it's just bad. It's just a bad thing, and it's just really disappointing. But Sean, I mean, we're speaking of Jalen Hurts, speaking of the Super Bowl MVP. Let's move on. Guess what we're about to cover, Sean? We're about to cover. Let's see. Sorry, give me 1 moment. We're gonna be covering the exact thing. Oh, okay. I know you're here. No need to get nasty about it. We're gonna cover some of the greatest things live. We're gonna be going over. I'll get to it. Don't you worry. We're gonna be going. Oh, well, that doesn't work. Oh, there we go. We're gonna be going over Super Bowl rings. We're gonna go over my top Super Bowl rings. Number 5, and let me see if I can remember which is which. Okay, so my number 5 out of the Super Bowl rings, and honestly, once you get back, like, let me tell you where it starts getting bad. Like here, like the Patriots 3rd. This is not great, and all the ones prior, these are just not Super Bowl rings that are great. What are you watching, Sean? Sean's committed. Sean's a great friend. He won the friend group ranking. If you don't know what the friend group ranking is, go check out my other channels. Echoes, Geeko, whatever. Sean's about to be pissed. Okay, we're going to my top 5 Super Bowl rings. At number 5, you have Super Bowl 46. 46? 47? 47? No, 46 for the New York Giants. It's pretty. It's just a nice, clean one. It's great. You're seeing the weekend. So our question. All right. So Sean's talking in the chat. You're telling me you're at Lincoln Financial Field, the greatest field to ever exist. The man, the myth, the legend, Jalen Hurts stands on that field once a week in come NFL time, and you're watching this. I really appreciate that, honestly. But yeah, we got the Giants. That's number 5. Number 4, and remember when I said the other ones are trash? This is beautiful. We have the Saints one. It's number 4. It's just pretty, and like I don't like the gold. I don't like the gold on a bunch of them, but I mean the Saints are gold, so it works. Yeah, and also, what bum is opening for the weekend? No disrespect for whoever's opening for the weekend, but I'm a little bit better, honestly. So that's number 4 is the Saints. It's just a pretty ring. Come on. Number 3, we have the Eagles Super Bowl 52 ring. Again, just a pretty clean ring. Got a little bit of green, but not too much. Not doing too much. What I'll say is that the Ravens one, they're doing too much. Seahawks, yes, Seahawks, Sean, garbage. Ravens, the Ravens are my second favorite team. This just looks stupid. It just looks dumb. I'm sorry. And then we're gonna be going number 2. Number 2 is the Rams. The Rams also look the palm trees, the gold and the silver works great. The diamonds look awesome. Like this is like the colored diamonds that don't look weird. Looks great. And then number 1 is the Eagles. The Eagles' new Super Bowl ring that opens up. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's great. And so we're back here. All right. So listen, Sean. You know what? I'll do you a favor, Sean. I will skip going over my Eagles prediction, my Eagles prediction on who I think or what our record's gonna be. I'll skip that for you, because guess what? We're gonna go to my top 10 NFL quarterbacks. Okay, we're gonna go to my top 10 NFL quarterbacks. Let's pull up the graphic. Here we go. And you know, oh dang, okay, Sean's getting yelled at. Thank you for stopping by, Sean. You can come look at this later. I mean, it'll be here after. But yeah, so here we go. So going over my top 10 NFL quarterbacks. I'm sorry you can't see me. Sorry about that. Let's go over my top 10 NFL quarterbacks. We have Mahomes at 1. He's always going to be 1. I mean, unless he truly starts to really struggle, he's going to be 1. And I mean, he struggled a little bit this past season. But if that keeps happening, I could see me putting Lamar or Josh over him. And this isn't all time. This is where we are at currently. All right? So this is where we have Mahomes. He's going to be 1. Number 2, Josh Allen. And I was going to change him. But I'm going to leave him at 2. And then we have Lamar at 3. If you want to change Lamar and Josh, that's fine. That's completely fine with me, because they're both great. They're both incredible quarterbacks. And there's nothing wrong with you having Lamar at 2. If you put him at 1, I wouldn't even be mad. If you put Josh at 1, I wouldn't even be mad. But I think you can't put them over Mahomes yet. I don't think you can. And then this is a guy where he's got really great stats. He has to have great stats because his defense sucks. His defense sucks. He's got 2 really, really good wide receiver, a solid running back, but his defense sucks. So he has to put up this many points or he does not win games, and it's Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow. And if I didn't like Joe Burrow, I could easily put this next guy over him. I really could. But I'm going to leave him at 4. He's a great quarterback. He's able to put up those crazy stats because he is a great quarterback. And that's why I leave him there. And potentially he drops. I mean, I got to see him with a little bit better defense. And if he has a better defense and he still has those crazy stats, then yeah, I maybe put him higher or just leave him there or whatever. But I got to just leave him there for now. And we'll see how it goes out. They have Trey Hendrickson. He's doing a hold in now. He should come back, and then they signed the rookie Shamar Stewart finally. The Bengals, man, gotta get their drafts right because it's a struggle for Joe Burrow. And he's gonna, you know what? That's the kind of guy he is. He's gonna stick through, and that's great for him. But this next guy, I mean, and I'm gonna be pissed if you guys don't agree. I really am. Hurts is 5. There's no way in my mind he's not 5. He has to be 5 because guess what? He's incredible. Yes. Oh man, he doesn't have great stats. Well, does it really matter? He has a great defense. He doesn't need those crazy stats to be great. When it comes time to win, he's there. He's lethal. He's locked in. He's incredibly locked in. And it's amazing. I'm so glad he's our quarterback. And you should hear the way the guy talks. This guy loves football more than anything in the world. He got married, so maybe he loves his wife a little bit more. But he loves football, and he's a little crazy. He's a little crazy about football, and that's the thing you want from your quarterback. You want them to eat, sleep, and breathe football, and that's what Jalen Hurts does. And he doesn't make excuses. He just plays the game. He just plays the game, man. And the game is to win, and that's what he does, and he does what he needs to do to win, and he doesn't stat pad. And I'm not accusing any of the guys above him of stat padding. I'm just saying they have considerably worse defenses, except for Mahomes, and they play great. So that's why they are over him. And maybe some people think Hurts should be way higher, but I mean, I don't agree. I don't agree he should be higher. I think he's perfect at 5. Maybe he jumps to 4. But that's it. But like, yes, you have one of, if not, no, not even that. He has the greatest running back in the league right now with Saquon Barkley. And when he's putting up 2,000 yards in his year, of course, Hurts isn't going to have great stats. But he runs great. He throws the deep ball great. It's awesome. So yeah, of course, I'm going to put Hurts at 5. At number 6, he's getting old. But he's still great. It's Matthew Stafford. You gotta love Stafford. Stafford's such a great guy, and he's fun. You just watch him play and watch just like his arm's still crazy. And I'm scared he's gonna get hurt this season. But like he's a great quarterback, and that's why I put him at 6 over these next 2 guys. Is that he just wins. That's what he does. It doesn't matter who he's throwing to. I mean, he's had some really great receivers. But listen, he's a great quarterback, and he's got to be 6. Next up, we have Jaden Daniels. And yes, he has a great rookie year. But and maybe I'm a little biased because I'm an Eagles fan. He's at 7 strictly because remember what we did about C.J. Stroud? C.J. Stroud, top 10 quarterback. And it's like, okay, well, maybe, but don't just like throw him up there because he played kind of well in his rookie year. Like if we're going like who I want right now, not in the next few years he's getting older. What? No, just who I want as my quarterback right now. In what situation? No, who do I want? I want Stafford and Hurts and the rest of them right in front of Jaden Daniels. Okay, and maybe Jaden Daniels plays even better next year, and that would be great for him. I mean, not great for me because I'm an Eagles fan, but I like Jaden Daniels. He hasn't done anything that pissed me off yet. Dak does. Daniel Jones, I couldn't hate. Jackson Dart might, if he's even the starter. Probably not. It's probably going to be Russ. He's definitely got to develop. But yeah, I mean, Jaden Daniels, great quarterback, great rusher. We locked him up. Just saying. But great. He's at 7. And this next guy, along with Stafford and Jaden Daniels, couldn't be switched if you really want to. We have Herbert. And I know, again, he's probably at 8 instead of 6 for me because of the discourse with what if he had these great targets to throw to, and what if he had a great defense? No, go win. He hasn't shown me that he's a winner. He's shown me that he can play great, he can have great stats, and whatever. But when it comes time to win, when I'm saying this, who's the better quarterback, give me the guy that's going to win over Herbert. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, you're going to look at the great defenses that Jalen Hurts has had, and I totally understand you being like, well, what if? Well, it's not the truth. So he sits at 8 for me. He could hop to 6 if he wanted to, but that's where he just is. I had Herbert over Hurts after the first few years with Hurts. After the Super Bowl, I may have the first Super Bowl that we lost. I may have had Hurts over Herbert, just because I'm an Eagles fan. But also, if you had him at 5, I don't think I would freak out. But after the past few years, you just have to put Hurts over Herbert. It's not even a question. But a question, Stafford, Jaden Daniels, or Herbert, I think they're all pretty much the same. Not play style wise, but they're all pretty much the same guy. They're all really great. And they play great and they win. But I think Stafford and Jaden Daniels win a little bit more, and that's what I have him at 8. And then we move on to our last two guys. We have Baker Mayfield and we have Jared Goff. Both are great quarterbacks. They again feel like the same character. They feel like the same player. They're just going to throw up great stats, and they're going to have a little too many interceptions. They're going to have a little bit too many interceptions, but they're going to throw up great stats, and they're going to play great. Because, I mean, yeah, their defenses aren't great. Lions' defense was really good. So, again, Goff has to be at 10. And honestly, if you look at it, who's going to be over Goff? Maybe Jordan Love. Maybe, I'm trying to think, Dak. No, I don't think so. Maybe CJ Stroud. But, I mean, yeah, like, I have to see them improve at that time. Like next year, if CJ Stroud is able to ball out and he gets a good offensive line, great. If Dak is able to ball out again, that's great, whatever. If he doesn't win in the playoffs, he's not getting top 10. I'll just tell you that. Herbert's a better quarterback than him. That's why Herbert is in the top 10. But, yeah, that's just where I put him. But, yeah, you can make an argument that maybe they should be a little higher, but the problem is that, like, I don't think in their career they'll ever break the top 7. They're not gonna be 6. I don't see Baker or Goff getting to top 6 in the league. I really don't. But they're gonna sit around that 9 or 10, and they're gonna play great football. And you build a team around them, they could be Super Bowl winners. And I'd be happy. I honestly, there's not a single guy except for Mahomes on this board that I don't like. Honestly, I like Jaden Daniels, and I wish, honestly, because of the rivalry and whatever, I really wish I didn't like Jaden Daniels, but I do, and it's great. It is honestly great. But yeah, and we're gonna look through all these guys because we're gonna be going through my record predictions for. Oh, sorry, I left Hurts. We're gonna be going through my record predictions for. Well, why can't I think? We're going to be going through my record predictions for just the Eagles. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I've been talking like this into the mic. Hi, guys. I'm back. But we're going to be going over our record predictions for the Philadelphia Eagles. So let me throw over the live stream over here. Make sure I can still see the chat just in case anybody else decides they want to hop in. Thank you, Sean, for hopping in. Obviously, that was really nice of you. But we're gonna hop over what I was trying to do before. We're gonna hop over to my Eagles record predictions. And you can see some of the records I have over here. I have the Broncos finishing over the Chiefs. Maybe that won't happen. They have a great defense though. So maybe we'll see. But let's go through. Eagles, we're not losing to the Cowboys. It's not gonna happen. I think, honestly, we beat the Chiefs, too. I think we beat the Cowboys and we beat the Chiefs. And maybe we take the loss to the Chiefs. Maybe we do, but we're not losing to the Cowboys. I'll tell you that no matter what. Our defense is way too good. Our offense is way too good. If I had concerns about either side of the ball, I think I'd be like, okay. The only concern I think I have is our secondary, but, I mean, I trust Vic Fangio. With what he turned Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean into, what we got from C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But, I mean, he's a great talent already. What we had from Slay. I trust him. You got to love Reed Blankenship. But the way I see it is that I don't see us losing our first 2 games. Secondary-wise, I do feel like we need a safety. We might trade for a safety. Honestly, I still don't understand why we didn't just pay C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We should have, honestly. But a lot of people were like, oh, well, you lost this many guys. It was like 12 or something. 12, half of them weren't starters. And the other half, I think we found good replacements for, honestly. And a big one was like, oh, you lost Melton Williams. All right, well, we have Moro Ajomo, who's been playing great and had a great, I don't know the exact stat, but like his percentage of winning through blocks was pretty solid. And I mean, he just didn't get enough snaps. So like maybe it's from the lack of snaps you didn't have enough, whatever. But yeah. So then you have the Rams game, and I think this is where you take the loss. I mean, again, I said Stafford was great, so the Rams are going to be there, and this is where we're playing through the heat. Well, I don't know what Hurts said. Hurts said something about playing through the heat, like it's a mindset. We don't mind the fatigue or something like that. It's a mindset. So yeah, I think we beat the Bucs, but then we used all that luck to beat the Bucs. Then we lose to the Broncos. Broncos are a great team. I know I have the Broncos going 14-3. I like Bo Nix, and maybe I'm too high on them. I like their team. I really do. I feel like I'm a little crazy for that. I feel like I am, but maybe not. Maybe I'm not crazy, but maybe I am. I don't know. Now we're going through the Giants. We went out for the Giants. We're not losing to the Giants. I think we lose to the Vikings. I think that's where we do lose. I think they're a little bit of a surprise team. I feel like a lot of the teams say the same. You don't know what you're gonna get from J.J. McCarthy. And if we played him through the first maybe 3 games, I think we win. I think he's really gonna kind of get a feel for the NFL level after sitting through 1 year, being hurt or whatever. That really sucked. But just sitting there and watching Sam Darnold ball out. And with Kevin O'Connell as their coach, I think he's going to do great things. And with you got some pretty good targets to throw to with Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson. You still have Aaron Jones. I don't know if he's going to be the starter. I'm guessing he's going to be the starter. I don't know if he's going to finish the season. He might get hurt. He's really old. And then you have Jordan Mason, who in the absence of 49ers, Christian McCaffrey, who I probably won't be drafting this year in fantasy. And another live stream we can talk about fantasy football because I love fantasy football. It's pretty great. I've only been doing it for 3 years. But again, moving on. This is where we run through the NFC North, and the NFC North is going to be dangerous. But again, Vikings, they also have Jordan Mason. He played solid in the absence of Christian McCaffrey. But that offense, you can switch in and out people, and that team's still going to be good under Kyle Shanahan. I don't know how they do it every year. This is a year I don't think they do it, obviously, if you see 9-8 over there. But yeah. So then I think we beat the Packers. I think you beat the Packers because I feel like they're going to struggle this year, and I don't know why I feel that way. I just think their division's way too hard. And they're still going to play solid. I have them going 8-9. They're not going. That's not a horrible season. It's just not a great one. Again, and I don't know. I think I have. Do I have the Lions winning this game? Well, let's go back because I do have an idea of where I think I want the Eagles to be. And yeah, so we're gonna have them beating the Cowboys. We're gonna have them losing to the Bears. Actually. I think the Bears are going to be, again, another surprising team with a solid defense. Under Ben Johnson, I think there's potential for them to be great. And I hope he can unlock Caleb Williams' potential because he seems like a fun guy. He seems great. And, yeah. But I think we have Eagles beating the Chargers, the Eagles beating the Raiders. We're going to lose this game to the Commanders. We're going to beat the Bills, and then we're going to win on the last week against the Commanders. Again, I have the Commanders going 10-7. That could easily switch, honestly, and we're going to have them win against the Lions. So we're going to lose to the Rams, the Broncos, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Commanders. All pretty good teams. I think the Bears are going to be the biggest surprise. But yeah, and this shows us only losing to the Commanders in the division. We know there's probably going to be that game where we lose to the Cowboys or the game we're going to lose to the Giants or whatever. It's going to be a big surprise and it's going to suck or somebody got hurt and whatever. But Yeah, so that's what's happening. I think we're going 12-5. I think our floor is like 10-7, and I think our ceiling is like 14-3. I don't think we get much higher. And even 14-3 for me is a little high because of just how hard our schedule is. I mean, look at it. The start of the schedule is incredibly hard. I think that's why we take the 2 losses. Middle of the season, I think we get we only have that one little loss in the middle, and then we end the season with that 1 loss to the Commanders. Middle of the season, you lose that game to the Vikings, or that's beginning of the season. So you lose 3 out of your first 8, so you're going 5-3. Not bad, obviously, and I think we're gonna finish a lot stronger. But I mean, you're gonna have that throwaway game where somebody gets hurt against the Bears defense, and we're that man, and then we lose, and those games happen. And then the Commanders are too good for us to beat them out, and we always split. We always split every game. So yeah, that we're going 12-5. I think our floor is 10-7, and I think our ceiling is 12-5. And the next thing I wanted to go over was my top 5 NFL hot takes. I could only come up with 4, so we're gonna be going through them. My hot take over here is the Steelers don't usually go too much over their casual 9-8, but they always get to 9-8 somehow, or 10-7 or something like that. This year they don't do that. Aaron Rodgers either gets hurt or just sucks. Honestly, he's getting old. He's a little out of it every once in a while. Still a great quarterback. I don't know if I can say great anymore past few seasons. But Rodgers is gonna. This isn't gonna put like a filter on his career. Like Rodgers is a great quarterback. But I think the Steelers don't reach the playoffs. They don't reach 9-8. They go less than that. Probably will finish 8-9. And Mike Tomlin retires. And I know that might be crazy. But I think he retires. And I know they just extended him for 3 years. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he doesn't retire, but that's why it's a hot take. I think he retires if he has a really bad season. And that defense, parts of it are old. I mean, a lot of that defense is good, but a lot of it is old. So maybe not. As you saw before, I have the Chiefs losing the division. They're still obviously going to make the playoffs. They're still obviously going to do really good, but I think the Broncos and the Chargers are just too good for them to win the division. With how they struggled last year, with how they lost the Super Bowl, they're either going to come back for revenge or they're going to flop in their face. And with Travis Kelce only getting older, I see Mahomes potentially struggling. You don't know when Kelce's going to retire. You don't know when... why can't I remember his name? Oh my gosh. Andy Reid. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot Andy Reid. I've been talking for a while. Let me take a drink. This feels like a sponsored. It's not sponsored. Yeah. But listen, you don't know how long this is gonna happen, and you're gonna see if Mahomes is really that good. If he needed Andy Reid, whatever, he's had the same play caller his whole career. So I'm gonna say that about Hurts is like he's had a different play caller almost every year of his career, even through college. So yeah, but overall, I think the Chiefs lose the division. They still easily make the playoffs. Probably going to be the 5th seed, maybe the 6th if they're really unlucky. But yeah, the Chargers and the Broncos are too good now for them to just easily make the playoffs. I think there's a potential that they struggle with winning the division, still making the playoffs. Next hot take is that the NFC North will not go how you think it'll go. I have the Packers finishing 4th, and I like Matthew Golden. I think Matthew Golden's going to be great for them. I don't know why. I don't think the Packers are going to do great. I could honestly be really wrong about this, and it could all be switched up. I have the Lions going 3rd. You lose Ben Johnson. You lose your defensive coordinator. You lose both coordinators. Some people retire. Some people got hurt. I don't know if anybody retired. I don't know if I just made that up. But you have some injuries, and we'll see if we can hold the team together. And maybe they finish second, maybe they finish first. We'll have to see. I think the Bears come together. I think Ben Johnson puts it all together. And maybe not, but I don't think they'll win the division. They'll either finish. They're gonna either finish, I think, 2 or 3. I think the Packers are gonna finish last no matter what. But also Bears curse, so I could be jinxing them out of existence over here. Caleb Williams could fall on his face, or he could prove everybody that like he deserved to be that high of a draft pick. We'll find out. And then we have the Vikings. The Vikings, I think, are gonna win the division, and their defense is great. Their defense is insanely good. They have Justin Jefferson. They have Jordan Addison. I went through it before. And I think J.J. McCarthy does great sitting behind Sam Darnold, watching them ball, have Kevin O'Connell as their head coach. I don't see the Vikings doing bad. I think the lowest they're going to be in the division is 2. And I think if they're 2, they only finish behind the Lions. And it's like, oh, well, you think the Bears are going to do better than the Lions. But I think it would be insane if the Bears win the division. I think that would be a crazy hot take if you think the Bears are going to win the division. I think they're going to do great, but not that great. So we're going to have them at 2, and we're going to have the Vikings winning the division. And I can always do another live stream where we go through record predictions and whatever. And I think I'll do one where we go through fantasy and all that. But yeah, and then here's my greatest hot take, and I don't think it's that hot. I think a lot of people would agree with me. But I have to say it because it really hurts when people are like, whatever. A.J. Brown is the best deep ball contested receiver in the league. And you have the big receivers like DK, like Drake London, obviously. They're both great. They're both really good. But and they fight through routes, they're great. But deep ball contested receiver, they're great contested. Deep ball, I feel like you can say even Schmitty's better than A.J. Brown, but like when you need that 4th down and you're going to have man-on-man fighting for each other, just fighting for the ball, you're going to want Scary Terry, you're going to want Cortland Sutton, but I think you're really going to want A.J. Brown. I have not seen a ball thrown up by Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown on a 4th down or whatever, or a man-on-man, one-on-one. A.J. Brown always wins that. Always wins that, unless it's underthrown by Hurts or it's like Pat Surtain or something. A.J. Brown literally always wins those. He's built like that. That is what he is built for. That's why he is such a great receiver. That's why he's a top 5 receiver in the NFL. I think he's potentially better than CeeDee Lamb, but I know maybe that's my 5th hot take. I think A.J. Brown is potentially, not saying he is, but I'm saying potentially better than CeeDee Lamb. I know that's hot, but I love A.J. Brown. He's great. And he doesn't need to cause a penalty or push off to be great. He fought through a Titans receiver when he went back and we played the Titans, I think the year after they traded him, and he proved to them why they shouldn't have done that. He literally fought through a one-on-one with this cornerback on the Titans. The dude caused a penalty and got hurt on the same play. A.J. Brown literally hurt a guy by just being like that. Come on, man. What a guy. Now, that ends it for the Phillies and the Eagles. This is more just me talking about the Flyers and the Sixers. Again, I really like hockey, but I don't pay attention enough to the Flyers. But they drafted Porter, and they drafted Nesbitt. I know a lot of people like Porter, so the rebuild is real for this team, and I'm so excited. You keep some of your vets. You keep Travis Konechny. I love Travis Konechny. My sister loves Travis Konechny. He's great. You keep some of your guys. You keep Tippett, and you just build a bunch of really, really good draft picks. You got Porter. You got, why can't I think? Michkov. Oh my gosh, Michkov is amazing. Me and my friends went to a Flyers game. That was incredibly fun. It was like 6-6, and it was against, like, the Panthers, and I knew the Panthers were good at that time. I don't know if they're still good. I think they are. But, like, it was last year, I think. And I think it was, like, they just won the Stanley Cup. And it was like, yeah, we're winning. And I don't think we won, but we made it close the whole time. It was like 6-6, and I think Tippett had a great game. Mishkov is just so fun to watch because I went to games with my dad and everything. He's great. But yeah, when you have a team, when this Howie Roseman drafting good players and building a good organization has really spread into Philly. Hopefully it works for the Phillies. We just got the guy, Duran, Johan Duran, I think. And again, if I mispronounced that, I'm really sorry. I'm really excited to have you. I think he has a really cool walk-up song when he's going to pitch, and that's going to be awesome. That's why I really want to go to a Phillies game, because it'd be awesome to see him close out a game. But again, I don't have that many notes for the Flyers. And then we have the Sixers. Y'all honestly suck. And I have never been to a basketball game. I have no interest. I don't think I'm that interested in watching a basketball game, honestly. And the Sixers not being there for the playoffs and not being good. And, oh, well, we have Joel Embiid. Oh, well, he's going to come back, and he's going to play great. And we have Maxey, and we have Jared McCain, and we just got we just had like a top 4 or 3 draft pick. Oh, we just picked up we just drafted what's it, PJ Edgecombe? I think his last name's Edgecombe. And he seems a lot of fun. I forget what he said, but it was like, oh yeah, that guy like wants to win. So that's a little exciting. But honestly, if the Sixers don't get their heads in the game and they don't lock in, I would rather go watch the WNBA team that's coming to Philly in 2030, because that's a little exciting. I really want to go with my friends. Go watch that game against if I don't know if Caitlin Clark's still going to be on the Indiana Fever. But if she comes and they play the whatever the Philly WNBA team's going to be, if they play together, I'm going to be like, yo, we got to watch this game. And I feel like my friends are going to be like, yeah, let's go watch it. Because I think that would be really fun. I really respect Caitlin Clark. Her getting beat up is absolutely ridiculous. And some of these clips are just awful. Oh my gosh. It's like she gets poked in the eye, and then she gets hit over here, and then she gets pushed down. And so, are you serious? And the refs won't eject these people. What are you doing? They hate her because she's great, and she's making them money. I honestly don't know. I honestly have no clue what we're doing. And I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all I pretty much prepared today. I mean, about an hour of a live stream. What I will look over is if the Phillies got anybody else. I don't think we did. I'm also gonna check the score to see. Yeah. So. Yeah, we need a closer. All right. Do we have? Let's see if we get. And did we get anybody else? All right. Oh, okay. All right. So we give up. Okay, so okay. I'll go over the details if you don't know. You probably will know by this point. We got Duran. He's 2.5 years left on his deal, which is great. We gave up Mick Abel, which kind of sucks. I like Mick Abel, but he did struggle, so I mean, we'll take him. And Eduardo Tate, I believe. Honestly, that sounds pretty good to me. And let me see. Are we gonna get anybody else? I'm guessing because that was the Twins. We're not gonna get anybody else from the Twins. So I don't think we're gonna get Byron Buxton. But I mean, it's fine. Duran, I believe, does he hit? I don't think so. Maybe though. That'd be sick if we could get a pitcher that also hits. That'd be dope. Yeah, we got Duran though. That's awesome. That's incredible, dude. That's great. We got another closer. We need like another closer or two. Maybe just one. And then we need a center fielder. We need a center fielder that can hit. Yeah, let's Duran. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, well, good job, Dave. Bro locked in, finally. All right, yeah, let's see. Yeah, dude's gonna be nasty. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I mean that's the live stream. I'm doing this. I'm just gonna clarify why I'm doing this. If you guys scrolled to the end of the video or you watched this whole thing, thank you for watching. But I'm doing this so that I don't have to edit a whole video, and I get to keep Echoes fully video games, and I get to keep Geeko fully movies and TV shows. And I will be doing this Geek or Jock every month, once a month, and we're gonna be doing it. I'm still going back and forth. One's gonna be Jock. This is Jock episode, and next month is gonna be Geek. I don't know what we're gonna do at that point. But the live streams in between can be literally anything I feel like, or anything you guys suggest. I'll probably do it. But I have like certain fun ideas. Like I still want to do my rankings and all that. And I think rankings live would be a lot of fun. Like ranking one I really want to do, ranking soda. Or blindfold guessing what soda's what, whatever. I'm a big soda fiend, so that's part of it. But yeah, I mean, I love doing this. And I know this isn't the highest quality live stream. I know I'm not the best, whatever. But that's not where I'm supposed to be doing it. I'm just supposed to be live streaming, having fun, being consistent, and letting you guys know I'm here. I'm here, and thank you, Sean, for stopping by. I don't know if anybody else was here. Thank you for, again, stopping by. But yeah, having fun. Go Birds. Go Phils. We got Duran. That's great news. I'm so glad I got my reaction live, because I heard a lot of news about the Phillies are interested in this person, this person's interested in this team's interested in this person, but also the Phillies. Like, hearing all that's really cool, and getting to know that live and looking 2 minutes after it happened. And, like, just being like, oh, my gosh, like, it happened. Like, that was cool to see my reaction, hopefully. I mean, but, yeah, that's it. Go Phils. Hopefully we win this game tonight. But, yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and crash right into the notification bell. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. And if you cannot have a fantastic day today, have a fantastic day tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya! Usually I can transition out of that, but, I mean, I would have to go over here, so. See ya!